Good morning, guys. It is, I don't know what it is. I think it's Wednesday or Thursday. I don't know. I've kind of lost track. So we had another long night with Mia. So she like dramatically improved last night or yesterday. And then last night she, not so much. And this morning she threw up a lot. It was pretty much every time she ate sort of the same song and dance. And I stupidly tried to like give her a regular formula, like with her pump, so instead of like the diluted one, and she tolerated it well, so, like yesterday all day, but this morning was just a no-go. So I'm gonna dilute her formula to like 20 calories instead of 23, which is like fortified, and see how she does with that, because I just feel like the watered down one is not filling her up and she gets really agitated, but then the too fortified one is too heavy. So far so good, no vomit. She seems pretty calm, no grunting, so we'll see. So I just wanted to show you that I got the tripod. So I thought I would open it. And then I'll give you a little update on Mia in a second, because this morning it just did not go well at all. Hence the new sheets on the bed to catch my drift. Ta-da! Hand-free and not all up in my face. Good morning, guys. I feel like I haven't officially said good morning. You know, normally I start these vlogs a certain way, but I feel like this morning just kind of just started as a complete mess. I probably have vomit in my hair because so the last clip I was telling you guys about how Mia threw up this morning, and I completely am like, I'm such an idiot because she was feeling so much better, and I think I just got overconfident and I decided to give her like her not diluted milk, like her just actual fortified formula. By the morning she just threw up. I think she threw up a total of 5 or 6 times. Every time she throws up we hear like a lot of like gases in her stomach. I've told you guys this before. So we vent her and a lot of gas comes out. I should not have made that call. I am not a doctor, but I just got overconfident. So I mean, I feel like crap for that. Everything was going fine, and about 15 minutes later she was like right here on my shoulder, and then she just puked all down my back and my shoulder and on our bed, on our sheets and our blanket and stuff. And then she like started choking on it, so I had to like put her forward. Like we took like a CPR class for infants, and I just kind of implemented some of the stuff that we learned from there, and I was just like leaning her forward or on my like legs and like pushing her back as if to burp her, and just to kind of help her get the mucus out. And then my husband sucked out the rest of it like with an like a aspirator bulb thing, and then we used the electronic aspirator to get the rest of it out towards the back of her nose. So that was really scary, but I checked her oxygen and it was 96, which is still really good considering that she aspirated on the puke. So I'm gonna check it again in a minute, but and then after that she calmed down, she felt better, she fell asleep. We just put her on the swing to keep her elevated, and then I called her pediatrician again, and we have another telehealth appointment at 1:30. Hey guys, I just wanted to update you on Mia's telehealth appointment. I had an interesting conversation with this doctor. Because Mia has a lot of neurological issues, they tend to see a lot of GI issues in neuro babies. The brain and the gut are pretty heavily connected, so when they don't communicate together, they don't work together well. It's probably going to be a lifelong struggle. It's really not what you want to hear as a parent, but I mean, at the end of the day, you just got to do what you got to do. He said it sounds like she's still struggling with the bug, and with her being like extra sensitive GI wise, it just might be taking her a little bit longer to get over the bug than a neurotypical child. I just have to keep her on the thin formula for another week, and then I'm gonna schedule to actually take her in for a weight check to make sure that she's not rapidly losing weight. I asked him if we could actually just switch her to this hypoallergenic formula that we've tried before, that we know works well for her. It's just like, it just irritates her reflux a little bit more. But it's really thin and it's easily digestible, and it's actually lactose free. And he said that during these stomach bugs, kids can actually temporarily become lactose intolerant. So that could be why she's having the excess buildup of gas, which makes a lot of sense. I'm actually gonna go pick up that formula from his office right now. He has a lot of samples that they're gonna give us, which is very generous, because this formula is not cheap. She can get her full calories but still easily digest the food, so I think this is a good move. So I'm gonna go pick up that formula, and then I'm gonna go to PetSmart to get crickets for the lizards, and then I'm just gonna head back. I have secured the formula. I set up an appointment for her weight check on the 29th. It's really amazing how like my mama bear gene just like kicks in whenever I need to get things done for Mia. I could feel as defeated, crying and whatever, just lowest of the low, but as soon as I need to do something for her, mom mode just kicks in. Asking the right questions is really important whenever you have a child, but when you have a special needs child, it's even more important. I deduce that she's not able to handle her heavy formula, and I also deduced that her gas might be caused by the formula itself, whether it be the dairy in it or the weight. So I asked him if it was okay if we switch to a lactose-free hypoallergenic formula. That led to picking up the formula, so she might be getting her full calorie amount finally after, you know, since the 16th. It's no like secret that I have really bad anxiety, and when it's so bad, I have a really hard time focusing. But when I could have the hardest time focusing on my own stuff, but like if I go to a doctor's appointment, then I immediately snap out of it long enough to like do what I need to do, and then I go back to not being able to focus on anything, like literally anything. Like I feel like the most airheaded person in the world if I'm not taking my medication. I'm not afraid to put that out there that I take anxiety medication, because I feel like anybody in my shoes right now with what I've dealt with in the last year would be on that medication. So it's just really cool how your mom mode just kicks in when it needs to, and as it should be. You know, I think there's a few parents that mom mode never comes in, but for the most part, when your parents tell you, you just know what you need to do when you see your child, they're totally right, that you just know what you need to do. So also, in case you're interested in the formula, it's called Nutrimigen, or Nutrimigen. I don't know how they pronounce it, but it's actually Enfamil is the one that makes it, but it's sort of its own brand. For those that do not speak Spanish. So it is actually a hypoallergenic formula, and it does have probiotics in it. So whenever you make it, you do not use hot water, because it will literally kill the bacteria, which makes it easy to digest. So they tell you to not use like warm or hot water. Like, don't heat up the formula. We've tried this before and it worked for her, but it was during a time when her reflux was not under control, so she just kept spitting it up. You guys, guess what I found at PetSmart? Like, out of all the places, I found hand sanitizer. Okay, first of all, I don't know how people's hair looks like perfect when they like just wake up in the morning and they do these videos, because mine definitely does not. People are calling this quarantine hair, but this hair has been around for a long time. It's also called mom hair, and it's hair that you don't brush. Anyway, I thought I would update you guys because it's actually the next day. Mia's vomiting came back, and then I had a really bad migraine, and Dia was the one taking care of everybody yesterday, because every time I tried to open my eyes, I couldn't. It's just like my head was pounding and I don't know what was going on. I won't say that she's actually feeling better, but like, she did throw up last night, but it wasn't like the crazy amount of vomit that she had in the morning. So I really couldn't tell you if the new formula is working or not, because even last night we just finished off the diluted formula that we made for her, and then we made the switch, right? So you have to like very cautiously approach a formula switch. You can't just switch it like that. So how we were told, add half of the old formula and half of the new formula, and we do it that way, and then we slowly start to increase the amount of the new formula until we get to a full feed of the new formula. So that's how we're doing it. That's how we did it last night. I mean, on occasion I have made the switch before, like just like that, because I knew that the other one was just so horrible for her. And there's the sun rising for those of you that don't wake up early enough during quarantine. That's why I love these walks so much. Well, the sun is fully out now, so you can see my face. Just got back from walking them, and I just checked on the baby, and it looks like she did spit up a little bit, but I put her on her side in case that happened while I was gone. I really don't have much planned for today. I don't want to say this is what I'm going to do, and then it just doesn't end up working out that way. I still have to put those pods away or organize them into our little drawer thing. My husband's actually in a meeting, so I'm going to shut the door. Just me and little lady in here, and the dogs are outside on the patio. Oh. That's the ugly side of aspiration, you guys, but I know it sounds scary, but like, her cough reflex is getting so much better. So when we hear her cough, we're actually happy because we know she's clearing her lungs. I did want to show you guys what I meant by when I said double zipper. So some of these onesies from Carter's, they have 2 zippers. So there's one at the top here, but there's also one at the bottom here. And most of the onesies, they have only one zipper, so it just goes from top to bottom, which is cool for kids that are not tube fed. But for kids that are tube fed, this is a lot easier. See how here it's got that zipper? So we literally just like open it. Let's see if I can do it here. Right, and it gives us like full access to her G-tube. So we don't have to unzip her, and whenever she's eating, we can just close it, and we don't have to worry about like exposing the top half of her body. So you can actually see the air bubbles in the line. I don't know if you can, but let me clip. There we go. Let me clip it so I can show you what it looks like. But do you see those little gaps in the line? That's the air that's coming out of her stomach. You can actually see how peaceful she is after getting all that gas out. But this has literally been our issue for the last like 7 to 10 days, where she just has an excessive amount of gas. It's like an unusual amount of gas for her after just a few minutes of feeding. So I don't really know what's causing it. But that's why we switched to a lactose-free milk for now, hoping that that's the root of the problem. Another thing I did want to mention is we keep contacting her DME about the formula, and they keep saying that it's on back order, but they have it at Walmart, so I don't know who's on back order. Is it the company or is it the DME that doesn't have it in stock? I have no idea. So I think if this formula works anyway, we're just gonna tell the GI to go ahead and write a prescription for it, and that way we can just switch it over. You guys, look at the gaps in the line. That is just gas, and way more came out on the top. And you literally just saw me vent her. I mean, that was literally 5 minutes ago. So I don't understand what is creating all this gas. I really don't. Remember how I was telling you guys that the DME was having a hard time shipping us Mia's formula? Right now, I'm actually heading to her GI office because they called me this morning and said that Cook's Children's, who is the DME, sent them a request to see if they want to change the formula or give something comparable. And they told us that they sent that a while ago, but she told me she just got it this morning, and I believe the nurse over Cook's any day. Simply because they've just been giving us such a hard time from day one. Literally day one, like in the NICU, right when we're about to do her feeding and stuff. They were, I think 5 or 6 hours late delivering all the equipment to the hospital. Anyway, that's for another day. I do want to talk about my experience of that night, which was absolutely awful. But anyway, so the GI doctor is going to go ahead and send a prescription in for this new formula. And worst case, if it doesn't work, Cook's already has the prescription for the old one anyway, so we can just switch back. But I'm actually going to the GI office right now to pick up some samples, some more samples. I know I picked up 2 yesterday, but I'm picking up more samples so it will last us a couple weeks, because again, Cook's takes forever to do anything. Here's the bag of formula. So it's literally the same one that I picked up yesterday, except just more cans, because even Mia's GI knows that Cook's takes forever to freaking get us our formula. So she said if we need more, then we can just call them, or if it doesn't work out, then we'll just switch back. Let me show you my very embarrassing kitchen. Done. I put like one of each flavor, except for I think this, like, except for the samples that it came in. But I told you guys I went a little crazy on the pods, but the rest of them are in here, so I'll just refill as I take out. And there's some like drip coffee stuff in here too, but it's mainly the pods. So a little embarrassed, but I'm kind of not. I'm literally sweating. It feels so good that the kitchen is clean though. So I'm actually making burgers tonight, but I'm gonna make them out here, not in there, because I don't want the grease to splash everywhere. Right now I'm just chilling with my girl. She still has a lot of gas, so I've got Pepsid, gas drops, and some Pedialyte here that I'm just gonna push through the extension. I've already primed it with Pedialyte, so I'm just gonna attach it and push it through, and hopefully that helps. And then she just smells like puke, because she did throw up a couple times, so I'm gonna give her a bath after this. But I'm gonna let the meds settle in, so I'm gonna wait like 30 minutes or so, and then I'm gonna give her a bath. And I need my husband's help anyway, so and he's on a Zoom call. We have reached the end of the night. As you saw, we made dinner. I'm just gonna give Mia a bath and watch an episode of The Outsider, maybe. I don't know. It's already really late here, but definitely giving her a bath because she just smells like puke. So, anyway, so I just wanted to tell you thank you for watching, and if you want to continue to follow Mia's journey, please subscribe, and I hope you guys are having a really good night. Also, it is the start of Ramadan, so if you are practicing, happy start of Ramadan, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.